Mr Cashman the floor as our rapporteur for 4 minutes.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Can I start by thanking colleagues that have worked with me on this dossier for what seems a very long time now. There may be some differences between most of us and the European People's Party, but I'm sure that we can overcome those differences in the long term. If you will allow me, Madam President, I'll put this debate in context, because it's not only about access to documents, but the debate is about the precondition of democracy. Access to documents is, according to the Charter of Fundamental Rights, fundamental to citizens, and therefore any exceptions to that right have to be narrowly defined and justified. Only through transparency can citizens participate in an informed way in the democratic process, which is even more important in the current crisis. What we are talking about is a right that allows citizens and their representatives outside of the Parliament and the institutions to make sure that we are accountable. Parliamentarians accountable for what we do in their name. The Commission accountable for what they do, and equally the Council of Ministers accountable too. As we know, meetings of the Council of Ministers currently take place behind closed doors. If we know how our ministers and our Prime Ministers vote in their secret meetings, we will be able to hold them to account in the national parliaments, holding them to account not on how they report, but what they say in those meetings and how they vote. It would also, I believe, destroy the media myth that unpopular measures from Brussels are imposed on national governments, whereas the contrary is true. National governments have to agree. It is also about building trust between the EU and its citizens, whereby a mixing of concepts from Member States and EU should be avoided. And that is why I believe at EU level we should become a model for our Member States on transparency. I will use the remaining amount of my time at the end of the debate to respond to any points and to any questions that arise during the debate. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr Cashman. And now perhaps I could give the floor to Commissioner Šefčovič.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Honourable members, public access to European Parliament, Council and Commission documents is an important right for citizens, and it's our responsibility to make such access as broad and as easy as possible.